Hi there, my name is Marcelo for those of you who don't know me yet, and this is a channel where we talk about WordPress, we talk about plugin development, we talk about theme development, everything about the WordPress universe. So if you're new here, welcome to this channel. Don't forget to subscribe to it, it's free, and I think we will like the subjects and the content being released here. Also, click the bell icon so you don't lose any of the notifications about new videos in this channel. Smash the like button, share with your friends, especially if you have friends who are developers, and of course, comment down below. I will do my best to answer all of your questions, alright? So in today's tutorial, it will be a very straightforward tutorial about the files you need to actually create a WordPress theme that works. So what are the required files you will need to actually create a theme? And why am I so worried about this situation? It's because if you are new in this world of WordPress theme development, you have already tried to do this once in your life, and then you probably face this kind of situation, this kind of scenario. For example, let's go to the computer. I have my VS Code here open. I have my WordPress installation here. So I have my WP admin folder. We have WP content, WP includes, and all of the other PHP files of the installation. So if I open this WP content here, you see that we have themes, and under themes we have the themes currently installed here. We have this one here that I have downloaded. We have the 2020 themes that are the actual native WordPress themes. And if, for example, I open up this 2021 theme, you see that we have a bunch of other files. We have PHP files here, template files, we have CSS files, we have these other folders here, and inside some of these folders we have other folders and other files, a bunch of other files. And maybe you feel a little overwhelmed about this. And if you feel like this, you need to know that you're not alone, okay? I myself, back when I started creating my themes, I looked at this scenario and was a bit scared about this, because I looked at all of these files and I thought to myself that I'll never be able to create a theme like this. So the first thing I needed to know is that you don't need to be so scared, okay? Because you don't need all of these files to create an actual theme. You only need, at first, to start creating a theme, only 3 or 4 files. So let's go to the documentation and I'll show you actually what the documentation says about this. So let's head over to the documentation, the WordPress official documentation, of course. Let's open up my browser here. So I have this page which is at developer.wordpress.org, which is where WordPress actually maintains all of the documentation about plugin development, theme development. You can learn everything you want to know about WordPress by visiting this documentation, which is actually the theme handbook or the plugin handbook, the official WordPress documentation. And in this page here, called required theme files, you see that the guys at WordPress say that you need these 4 files here in order to create a theme. So they are the classic themes required theme files. One thing I have to make clear from the beginning is that we are talking about classic themes, right? We're not talking about the newly created block-based themes, because block-based themes are a little different when compared to classic themes. So the first one here will be style.css, then we have index.php, we have comments.php, and screenshot.png. Although the guys here don't mention the PNG extension, normally we use PNG files to create this screenshot here. So what those files do? The style.css file is just a plain CSS file, and WordPress uses to recognize information about the theme within the system. So for example, we can provide information about the author name, the theme name itself, the version of the theme, and a lot of other informations that we'll see here in this tutorial today. The index.php file, I usually call this fallback file. It's a kind of placeholder file that WordPress uses to know what to do in certain situations where it doesn't know how to behave. So for example, we have a page or a post that WordPress cannot find within the system. So what WordPress will display to the user in the front end in such cases? WordPress uses then this index.php as a fallback file to display some information on the screen, not to display an error page or a blank screen or something like that. It is also the entry point of all of our themes. So it's the first file WordPress will look into when it loads our theme. What more? We have also the comments.php file. We'll not talk about this file today, right? But it's a file that helps WordPress to display a form so that users can send information, send comments actually to posts or pages. And it can also help WordPress to display those comments in pages and in posts. And lastly, the screenshot.png is just a plain image file with dimensions of 1200 by 900 pixels, and it's used to identify or distinguish your theme in the list of themes available to activate in your WordPress installation. Alright? So now we have a more theoretical approach about how to create a theme. What are the files necessary to actually make it come to life? But of course, enough theory, and let's go to a more practical approach. So let's go back to our VS Code here. The first thing I need to be very clear here in this tutorial is that we'll need to actually have a WordPress installation running. So I'm using local by Flywheel here, and I have my test site already running. If you don't know how to install WordPress within local, there are a lot of tutorials on YouTube itself. So you can go there and look into those tutorials, and you know how to install WordPress, or you can of course look into the local documentation that will tell you and teach you how to do so. So we have already our WordPress here running, our test website. You can see that by this green circle here, which means that the site is running. So here I can access my admin, I can access my front end. I can go to the site folder here if I want to, and then from here I can move or drag and drop this folder here to my VS Code, which is what actually I did here before I started this tutorial. So I have my root installation here, of course with all of the files. The first thing I need to do here is create a folder, a new folder inside this themes folder here. So let's go and choose new folder. Let's call it Cute Bear, for example. And inside this new directory here, I'll be creating those required WordPress files in order to create our first theme. All right. So let's click here once again. Right click here, new folder, or I mean a new file. The first one will be style.css. Then I will have my index.php. And then for the screenshot.png, I have already prepared it beforehand. So I head over to my folder here. You guys won't see it now. I'll copy it and then paste it inside our newly created folder. So there it is. It's just a PNG image with a cute bear with the exact dimensions of 1200 pixels by 900 pixels, right? Well, now that we have these three files here, let's head over to our admin. So going back to my local here and click here on WP admin. And under appearance, themes, I have my newly created theme here. Actually, it's already activated. Let's undo this first so you guys understand the process from the beginning. So let's activate another theme, for example this one here. So alright, when you create those 3 files, I will have something like this, alright? My theme with the screenshot here, but notice that if you click here on this theme details button here, I don't see much information about the themes, so I have only the folder name here. We don't have any version, we don't have the author name. When compared, for example, with the other 20 themes, this one, for example, the 2024, we have the version number, we have the name itself, we have the link for the theme, we have description, we have a list of tags, and ours doesn't have anything or nothing like those informations actually at the moment. So how can we achieve that? It's very simple. Remember I told you that the style.css file is the file used for WordPress to recognize the theme itself, and it can include information about the theme. It's exactly there in style.css that will provide information about the theme. So let's go back to the VS Code. Open our style.css, and it's quite simple. You only need a multi-line comment in CSS, which is actually a / and then an asterisk, and then an asterisk again, and a / and that's all. And here inside this file, we'll be adding a bunch of what WordPress calls theme tags, right? The first one and the most important is theme name. So what will be our theme name, the name of our theme? Let's accept this. It's cute there, actually. The next one could be theme URI, which will be a URI for the theme. The next one will be the author. Let's complete with our name, my name, for example. And we have also author URI. Let's accept this information. What more? A description. Let's go with a more simple description. And for the last item, let's add a version for the theme. 1.0. All right. When we save this, and we go back to the admin, reloading this page. I can of course activate this now. Let's go and activate it. And now when we click here in theme details, we have the information. We have the description, we have the author name and a link. We've got the name of the theme and its version. We can of course add more information, add more theme tags. So for example, this theme here, it has a list of tags, and if we go to other themes, you'll see other information about the theme. If you want, you can visit the documentation and add more theme tags. You just go to the documentation once again here, and under core concepts here, main style sheet, style.css, scroll down a bit this page here, and you find a list of other tags you can add to your theme. So for example, you can add the tags. Tags are nothing more than search facilitators for your theme. So if you, for example, want to submit your theme to wordpress.org, it will be very important in order for users to find your theme there. It's not our case now. We have also the text domain. So if you want to, in the future, kind of translate your theme into another language, you can use the text domain to help you with that. We can also provide information about the version of WordPress needed to test the theme, and the version of PHP, the license information, you know. And the last thing we're gonna do here in today's tutorial is test if the front end is actually working. So if we visit, now that our theme is actually activated, if we visit the front end here, you guys will see that we don't have nothing yet. It's because, of course, our index.php file is empty. So just out of a test here, I will add an exclamation mark to add an HTML structure to this file here and add some paragraph, for example. Let's say just a test. If we save this and visit and reload the front end again, you see that we have that paragraph displaying here. Of course, we can enhance this a little more. For example, if you want in the future to add a menu, header, display information about the posts, the pages, and a footer too. But it's just the beginning. There's a long way if you want to delve into theme development and create your theme and enrich it. We just scratched the surface. But I think if you are someone who are new to theme development, and especially if you were scared at the first moment when you saw that scenario with a lot of files, a lot of folders, and you felt like overwhelmed with all that, now you see that it's not that hard to create a theme from scratch. In summary, what we saw in this tutorial here today, we saw that we only need 3 or 4 files in order to create an actual theme, a theme that really works. It's very easy, it's not that hard. I showed you guys, I hope you understood the process and you can be able to kind of recreate the process by yourselves. And of course, I hope you liked today's tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and smash the like button if you liked it. Comment down below. I'll do my best, as I told you earlier, to answer all of your questions. Thank you very much, and I see you in the next one.